What's up, Kings fans? We're back in the film room after preseason game 2, and I wanted to highlight one of the sets that Sacramento has been running a ton of so far, and I touched on it briefly in my last video talking about DeRozan's fit in the offense. The Kings run a motion offense, everything is just read and react basketball. As a result, actions themselves aren't too intricate, but every action naturally flows into another one, and the constant off-ball motion puts persistent stress on all 5 defenders. Like almost all of Sacramento's sets, Sabonis acts as the hub of the offense, this time operating from the elbow. On the weak side of the floor, these 3 can do pretty much anything depending on the defense and situation, but the normal setup that you'll see is staggered screens for the player in the corner. Here it's Mason Jones in the corner, and a lot of teams will just top block these screens, so Mason just cuts and clears out. If that's not there, you'll just flow right into twirl action, so Keon screens the screener and Isaac Jones curls right off of it, gets downhill, and drops this off for Domas. So same setup here this time, but here that back door is open just slightly. It's a small passing window, but Sabonis has been throwing some absolute dots here early in the preseason. Here we are once again. Isaac Jones is a non-shooter coming off these pin downs, so his man is just camping in the paint. So again, it's Monk who twirls right off that screen from Fox right into an Alex Len screen. The Kings run it here with most of their reserves, so Isaac Jones is the one operating as the playmaking hub, and actually some of the passing flashes that he's shown so far have been quite impressive. This time McDaniels is going to come off both of these staggered screens and curl right off of it with his defender chasing him, and Jones hits him right inside for a lefty lay. Sabonis is back, receiving the ball near the elbow again. Keon curls and clears out after that first screen from Fox. Again, with the Warriors top blocking and denying everything on the perimeter, Fox sets up the back door and kinda throws his man into the screen and gets wide open on the cut. So far there really isn't anything new. All of these actions already exist in the offense and follow Sacramento's basic movement principles. But what's intriguing are some of the new variations and concepts that we've seen being added on, like we always see with Mike Brown early in seasons. So after the entry to Sabonis in the high post here, instead of going to set these daggers for DeMar in the corner, Keon and Keegan have the option to just screen for each other. Keon sets a little back screen here on Keegan's man, and Keegan can just rub off that right to the basket. The Sabonis and Keegan connection has been on full display in preseason so far, and I love how Sabonis throws these passes to utilize Keegan's size, putting it to where only he can get it and leading him right to the rim. This time the 3-man action is with Fox, DeMar, and Mason Jones, and honestly a big reason why the Kings have added these counters is because of how many guys who can now read defenders, make decisions, and stress defenses. This action will usually consist of guys like DeRozan, Fox, Keegan, Keon, Malik, and Kevin, so basically your guards and wings, and all of these guys I trust in terms of their decision making for the most part. These 3 just kind of freestyle here. Mason Jones uses Fox and DeMar like a flare screen and pops out, then Fox can rescreen and set a pin down for DeMar, there's a late switch, and he just curls right to the basket. So here's another rep where Keon sets that back screen for Keegan to rub off of, and this time it's not there. But right after that pick for Keegan, Keon turns around and sets another one for DeMar, which flows right into the zoom action, and DeRozan comes off uncovered off that Sabonis DHO. And this is really why DeRozan should absolutely feast in this offense. For one, Fox is going to draw pretty much every team's #1 defender, whoever that is. Here Gary Payton is hugging Fox in the corner. DeMar is obviously used to drawing these #1 assignments, but instead here it's Kyle Anderson who now has to chase him off multiple screens, and these Sabonis screens in particular generate so much space. This time Keon enters it to Sabonis, and DeMar sets the pick for Keon to cut through, but instead of going to screen for Fox in the corner, he just pops out and receives the ball. Domas comes up and sets a ball screen for DeMar, but you'll notice on Keon's cut that he relocates to the corner where Keegan is drifting inside to set him an exit screen. And if Keon is going to hit movement 3s like this, then he somehow becomes even more valuable than he already is. Last clip I'm going to show, and it really shows you how the Kings just have endless counters for really about anything. Sabonis receives this ball extremely high, out above the 3-point line, and these 3 actually get kinda jumbled up. But the Warriors have a breakdown and Sabonis just keeps it. It's wild to see a center out this high and basically using the set staggered screens as his own double or even triple ball screen. Anyways, the luxury the Kings have is having a ton of creators and decision makers who can effectively run this stuff at full speed and generate the shots exactly what they want. Almost every player on the court is utilized in these sets as well, so there's constant pressure put on the defense on or off of the ball. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you all next time.